Staley.
Coach, what has this whole experience been like all week leading up to this game?
I mean, it's been a great experience. Obviously, I'm a little full and overwhelmed with everything that's taken place. I actually just wanted to come up here and play a game and share our national championship record trophy with the recreation center I grew up playing in, Hank Adams, Moreland Center. And then, just to be a part of Candace Dupree's retiring of her jersey. That's all I was, looking forward to, and the other stuff came with it. But Philadelphia is a city that loves on so many levels. That to come back and to share, and these moments are truly worthwhile.
Dawn, you're now South Carolina's most winningest coach. How does that to do it here at Temple?
I mean, it's a great thing. It's a thing in which you pay tribute to all the people that contributed to it. I've had some great staffs over the 10 years that I've been at South Carolina. Some tremendous players. I mean, the community and the people that support us, our fans, have made it an incredible ride. They made this number. They made us get to this number quicker than probably imaginable because of the atmosphere that they create, the home court advantage that they create for us and our team.
What was it like to play against Coach Cardozo for the first time?
I mean, leading up to it, that's your sister on the other sideline. Once the ball tip is just, it's another opponent. And I didn't really, kind of visualize Tanya down there. I just was really in tune to our game. But she's done a tremendous job here, at Temple. I'm glad to see that they reward her and giving her, a contract extension. And she hasn't really taken me out to dinner for that extension, but I'll get her somewhere on the trip.
John, did you worry at all that handing the mic to Janie might miss the tip off?
Well, with Coach Staley, I never want to, miss nuggets that he gives. He's always got something, incredible to say, and I always want to make sure that anytime I'm around him, I do give him the floor because he's always, dropping knowledge, to anybody, us coaches, the community, and he stands for a lot of things, and I just appreciate what he's meant to me throughout my career, and certainly, to share, a space with him. When I first started coaching, couldn't have been any better for my career. And looking at him and learning and growing and seeing how to have some longevity in this profession.
Was there any concern at all that obviously your teams had all sorts of experiences at this point, but this one was a little different, that they'd come out focused?
No, I mean, you look at them, our practice yesterday was a little iffy, but our shoot around was a lot better. I think they had a lot of focus. It's just a lot of distractions, and knowing that we came here a little bit early than we usually do for a road game. All the hoopla surrounding the trophy and the renaming of the street is a distraction. But we played in Final Fours and we played a national championship game, so to be able to compartmentalize those instances, we could really draw on.
When you were at Dobbins, did you ever win homecoming queen? And if not, did tonight make up for it? Did you feel like a homecoming queen out there with the homecoming?
I never wanted to win homecoming queen. Never went to my prom. Put a basketball in my hand, and I could be queen for a day. But here, Philly always shows love. And I'm always humbled by it. To see the people that come out and support I saw my high school alumni group, former principals, friends, family, managers from 18 years ago. I met their wives and their husbands, and it's great to see your history kind of unfold right here in front of you.
How appropriate was it that this win, the record breaker, came here in this city?
I mean, it's ironic, how it all plays out, and I think it was just great to have Candace jersey retired, to have, to come back and share in the national championship with my, with the recreation center I grew up with, playing Temple, it being, Tanya Cardoza and all the, it just seemed like it was the perfect fit for today.
And what was it like not only being a city for Candace's every time, being on the court at halftime?
There are times in this profession that, nothing's more important than, being a part of history. Candace was a part of the history here at Temple University, and I didn't want to miss it, and I didn't want our players to miss it. No matter what the score was, we got it, again, compartmentalized, and I thought we needed to share in that joyous moment because, hopefully some of them will be in that same predicament and seeing their jersey retired, and I want them to be part of it.
I thought all the former Temple players gone. I saw
All of
Khadijah Bowman's over there and everybody.
Khadijah, Chrissy Cruz. I mean, it's when it's time for us to get together, no one. I mean, it would take, it would make it really hard for someone not to come. And if they're not here, it's probably because they have something extremely important. But the family atmosphere, the friendships are real, and this is what basketball is all about. This is why I got into coaching, to create what we created here at Temple and at South Carolina.
Dawn, just two questions. When they named the street, I guess that was a surprise yesterday. How did it compare to the time when you went down there on Market Street and saw that big poster from Nike?
Wow. Pretty much the same. You never, you don't dream of streets being named after you, or you're having an 8-story building, in your likeness. You dream about gold medals. You dream about, winning national championships. But that stuff is, it hits you like a body blow that you're not prepared for. And when it comes from people who really genuinely care for you, it makes it truly special.
And you and Tanya going to try and play a few more? Or is this
Yeah, it's a home and home. They'll come back. They'll come back next year and play around the same time.
Speaking of Tanya, do you have any special memories or favorite things about her back from the playing days, or just her relationship with her?
People probably have heard this story a lot. We played in the national championship game, and we're up 2. So, coach called the timeout. We're in the timeout, and much like our players probably do to us, we listen to the coach during the timeout. We walk out after the timeout. We huddle. We say, "Hey, team together." We walk out on the court, and then we have our own little discussion. I said, "What we're really gonna do in the court." So, in our discussion, I'm like, "Tanya, do not go for the steal." That's all we said. Don't go for the steal. Tanya goes for the steal, of course, misses. Dina Head's coming right at me. And Dina Head at this time was a 50% shooter from the free throw line. So I said, I'm going to take my chance with fouling her. Let's see if she can, make us pay from the free throw line. Well, she made us pay. And the rest is history. We ended up losing the national championship in 1991, I believe that's what it was.
Last question for Coach.
Tanya, don't go for the steal, Cardoza.
Dawn, I know you talked a little bit about, but you've given a lot of those replica little trophies out, but to give one to Coach Chaney, knowing what you said, how he was always trying to get one, didn't make it that far, was that one of the more special ones you've given since?
It is. I've given one to Debbie Ryan. I've given one to Coach Chaney. All the people that have played an integral role, in my career, whether it's, playing for them or whether it's, them being my counterparts and me watching. I've watched Coach Chaney since I was a little girl, coming up to McGonigal and watching games and seeing how he operates, to driving 12 hours to Atlanta from Philly, to watch him play in the regionals, to get to the Elite Eight and lose to Michigan State. I mean, I felt for him. He had the best team in the country, and they fell short. And I just don't want him, thinking that, you know, that void. Hopefully I can fill that void of, you know, winning the national championship and giving him a part of it.
Thank you all. Thank you.